and you buy yourself that beautiful coat, leather, handmade. You know, you chose that best coat and you pay some kind of price for it. What that means for me is that when you take that coat home, it belongs to you. Belonging to you means you can do anything you want with it. So this is one of those videos where I sit down, try to collect my thoughts together, and just share with you what I think on a particular topic, and hoping to have your opinion on the topic, and just so we may share, we may help each other grow, and we might even a little bit open each other's eyes, because this world is just not seen from one perspective, but it can just change your world if you just take a look at the same thing just from a different perspective. So I beg you to keep an open mind, to keep an open heart, and don't be offended if I say something that you don't agree. Rather, just go to the comment below and share with me your view on the matter. I would just love so much to hear as many as possible options and opinions from you people. Just to enrich myself and others around there, and just let's discuss. In today's topic, we are talking about bridal price. I completely get it. As an African woman from the Meru tribe, where bridal price payment is such a big thing, I get it. Right from my childhood, I understand the impact, the meaning of tradition and culture, and I understand why the payment of the bridal price was done to start with, you know. And in the first place, we have to consider where we came from and at what circumstances that tradition took place. Okay, I understand that in those days the woman had no possessions. She was not a property owner at all costs. A father would die and he would divide his piece of land to his sons because the daughters didn't count. And in their argument, in their defense, they believed that the daughter will be married to a man and the man will have gotten his piece of land from his father. So it was not necessary for the fathers to divide their piece of land to their daughter. So the daughters were never ever property owners, not even anything actually, not even land or anything. They just did not own anything, not even their children. Actually, the children belonged to their fathers. Yeah. And another thing, women were never like bread earners. In any case, they were never supposed to go out of their homes and bring either property or money or anything to the family. Their job was just to stay home, wait for their husband to come back home and give them something to cook or something to wear or anything at all. They depended on the man for everything. Another thing of those days is that women did not count as members of the family who carry on the name of the family. And this is of course obvious. The woman was supposed to be married when she gets of age, and she would just go to another family and she would leave her own family behind and become a full member of the other family. Okay, even take their name, and anyone who doesn't know this girl would never associate her to this family because she is just entirely the other family. So like you can see, the woman in a maiden family was not as important, as valuable as the male child was. Yeah. And so came when this woman reached of age and she could get married and bear children to a man, the parents or the grown-ups or the elders of this family are the ones who went out and looked for a good fit. A man who will take care of her, a man who will provide for her, a man who can secure her, who will be able to take care of her. They would look for that person, even though he's 100 years old, even though he has like 20 other wives, it doesn't matter. They just needed to know that their daughter will go to this family, right? And she will be taken good care of. Well, instead of just getting a man who will just take care of their daughter, they also needed someone who was able to pay some gratitude payment in the name of bride price to kind of replace the daughter's place. So I understand from that kind of view that the payment of dowry in those days was an important rite of passage where the daughter would feel valuable, because the more the man that she's getting married to would pay her family, that means the more worth she was. So the girl would feel valuable. Secondly, the family member who lost a person, right, would get some substitution, so that this family, you should know those days, members of the family were the laborers. They were the ones who were working outside in the gardens, they were the ones who were going gathering, they were the ones who were going fishing. So they are going to be missing a person. So they are getting like a substitute for their daughter to keep them stable, to make them in their wealth status stable. Another thing the dowry price did those days was to compensate for the hard work the whole family put into bringing up this girl. The food, clothing, shelter, everything that they invested in her was supposed to be compensated for with a little bit some property or whichever amount the family would feel was a good payment, would feel like it is a fit price for the girl. So what are my thoughts to this today? Let me start by saying traditions can change, traditions can evolve. I hope you agree with me. And in today's world, I think that women are freaking ruling the world. Okay? Women are going out there earning their own living. Women are out there keeping their own names when they get married. Women are out there being the breadwinners of the family. Women are just kicking ass. Okay? They have not had this advantage of time, because we started these not so many generations ago. But yeah, damn it, we've come far. We've come far. Women, we have freaking come far. Okay? If you just think that in the 60s, the 50s, women could not even vote for who to rule them, and today we are being chancellors and presidents, we are kicking ass, right? So this brings me to the question that, is it still valid that a father of a daughter should be asking for some, I don't know, compensation fee, or it is whatever kind of fee you might call it, from some kind of man so that he can marry her? Is it still valid? I don't think so. I don't think so. And this is why. For me, when I think of an independent woman, I think of a woman who has a voice to alter what she wants and what she doesn't want. I think of a woman who is so free that she can choose to live or leave with a man. I think of a woman who is confident enough, right, so that she can choose her own lifestyle, that she may choose her own anything in life. This is the kind of woman I see today. And putting a price on this woman by some kind of man, for me, is reducing her. It's like minimizing her voice, minimizing her power. It's like when you go to the supermarket or you go to some boutique and you buy yourself that beautiful coat, leather, handmade. You know, you chose that best coat and you pay some kind of price for it. What that means for me is that when you take that coat home, it belongs to you. Belonging to you means you can do anything you want with it. You can throw it outside on the street and step on it. You can treasure it and keep it to and put it warm to the best wardrobe you have. You can call it names. You can do anything to it. As long as you paid that price and it belongs to you, you own it. You can do anything to it. And the same thing, I think, applies for women. For me, when a man goes and pays some kind of price for a woman, it just diminishes the power of her and hands all the power to the husband. It's like the husband owns her and he has all the right to do anything he wants with her. Don't you think maybe that is the reason that woman married to that family where she's being abused every day? That's why she cannot leave him, because he paid a price for her, remember? Or don't you think the fact that he paid a price for her is that reason which gives him the audacity to talk to her the way he wants? Don't you think the fact that he paid for her is that which gives him the power to hit her, to just have all complete power over her? Don't you think so? Just think about it. Just think about it. Because for me, that's what it does. It gives this husband who has paid, and sometimes it's really a big amount of finance or property, which he gives to the father. It just gives all the power this kick-ass daughter has. And I just hope that, like so many traditions which changed and evolved, this one will too. Because, I mean, why should the man... Remember, these two went to the same schools, they went to the same universities, they are competing for the same jobs in this world, right? It's not like, and I know there is the male gender advantage when it comes to the workplace and all that, but it's getting equal. So they are competing for the same job vacancies, and they are almost getting the same amounts paid. The family of the man, right, took just as much care for their young men to bring them up to be good, nice, hardworking male, right? So they should also be getting like a compensation, if this is the argument. Or what do you think? Let me know. So as for me, I just think the bridal price was good in those days. It was perfectly working in those days. But in today's modern world, I just think it's not doing us any good. It just reduces our women, our girls. It just takes away their power and gives this power to some man who kind of paid for her some price and just they take over. I just don't think, no, I don't think it's valid anymore. And when you also think about it, this young man, when he's marrying, he's just like, 30 years or something, and he's just maybe finished university, just got his first job. He doesn't have that much money. And so many men end up not even marrying the loves of their lives because they cannot afford the bride price and just loses the chance for a happy married life. It's just so wrong. And on the other hand, if this man scratches, even gets himself into debt just to get the bride price that the woman's family is asking for, if this happens, don't you think that this new family which is getting together is at a disadvantage of starting in debt and in no financial means at all just because they had to pay the bride price? I think so. Or what do you think? What do you think? As for me, I know. As for me, I just think this bridal price dowry payment is just not valid in today's modern world. But that's me. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching and take care. Stay safe. Otherwise, stay safe, stay blessed and optimistic. And till next Sunday. Ciao.